Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, very briefly and very quickly, I am going to transform this sugar holder, flour holder, whatever you want to put in these. They came from my kitchen, and of course you've seen a previous tutorial on how I transform my kitchen table and the chairs into a real pretty white distressed look with the farmhouse rope tied into it. So these this flour holder, sugar holder, canisters for my kitchen are completely black, and they're stainless steel on top. But if you can see, let me get a real close up. They're kind of in rough shape. And what I'm going to do is very briefly be transforming these to go with my kitchen table and my decor for the kitchen. So if you want to see how I transform this, just stay tuned. Okay, you guys, this is what I'm going to be using to transform this sugar holder, flour holder, and whatever else holder, Kool-Aid holder, whatever else holder that you want to use for the kitchen. These are the materials that I will be using. Very simple. The 2-time Ultra Cover Rust-Oleum primer, and then I'm going to follow that up with a Rust-Oleum 2 times Ultra Cover paint and primer. And as you've seen in my previous video on my table, I know I don't have to use 2 primers, but it's just for my own safety net, to make sure that I have a good coverage and to make sure that everything stays. This is the actual color that I will be doing the canister tops, and to get rid of all that rust. And I've also cleaned it with goo off to get as much goo as I could off of them. And this is the color that I will be doing the tops. And these are going to be just a pure white. And I'm going to add the rope look around my canisters somehow to make it look good. And then I'm going to seal it with the polyacrylic protective finish clear gloss. And that's what I used for my chairs and my table as well. So I normally do not show the process of me painting and all of that, but I'm going to try to do it this time, just to show you exactly how I'm doing it. And I hope I can do it with this camera, because I'm not used to filming and working at the same time. But let's see how this goes. Okay, gonna get my primer here, shake it up real good. I give myself, let me move these to the side and get these out the way so that I won't have it spray painted to the point where I can't see it. Now, what I'm going to be doing is basically standing a few feet off. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this started. And if the wind is blowing, which the wind is high today, I am going to move a little bit closer to make sure that all my spray paint don't fly everywhere except the side of what I'm putting it on. So this is the process. I'm just going to do one for you just to show you. Shake the primer up real good, and I'm just going to lightly spray all the way around. Don't worry about the bubbles. Don't worry about if the spray paint does not come out looking smooth, or if your primer doesn't come out looking smooth. That's easily fixable. Very basic. I'm going to do the inside as well. Okay, and this is just the primer, you guys. Just the primer. Very quick, very simple. That's one down. I'm going to let the primer dry. It dries pretty quick, and after that, I'm going to go back and cover it with my paint. Then after I cover it with my paint, I'm going to go ahead and sand whatever I need to sand down to make sure all the loose paint is off. And then I'm going to put my polyacrylic on the outside. And that will be the end of my project. And then after that, I'm going to go back and do these tops. And I'm going to do it in this hammered silver. That's what I'm going to do it in. And then I'm going to seal it with the polyacrylic as well. So this is the first one. I've already completely covered it with the primer. It's very simple, very easy to do. I'm probably going to do another coat of the primer just to make sure I get a good coverage inside and out. And then after that, I'm going to go back and do the process that I told you. So if you want to see the end result of the canisters once I get finished with them, just stay. Okay, you guys, here it is. I've spray painted the top and the flour sugar holder, whatever else holder. I've spray painted the tops. I forgot to mention that. With the primer, the white primer. It didn't take any more than about 5 minutes to do this. This is a very quick tutorial. And here is the end result of my primer. And it dries real quick and it's very windy, so that's to my advantage today. So now what I'm getting ready to do is to go back and to spray paint the holders with the paint and primer. Again, you don't have to use primer twice. I'm only doing it because this is what I have, the Rust-Oleum 2-time paint and primer. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. It's a gloss. It's a white gloss. See that? That's the only thing I'm going to use to finish these. And then after I cover these with my white, I'm getting ready to go back and cover these with the Fusions, the silver, hammered silver. You do have to prime the top, so make sure you use primer for the tops. That's the way I did mine. And then I'm going to go back and put my hammered silver over it. And then I'll seal it with the polyacrylic. Okay, so these are my canisters once again finished, being primed. And now I'm getting ready to complete the project as far as the painting go. With just simply covering it with the paint. All right, stay tuned. Okay, you guys, here it is. I've spray painted the top and the flour sugar holder, whatever else holder. I've spray painted the tops. I forgot to mention that. With the primer, the white primer. It didn't take any more than about 5 minutes to do this. This is a very quick tutorial. And here is the end result of my primer. And it dries real quick and it's very windy, so that's to my advantage today. So now what I'm getting ready to do is to go back and to spray paint the holders with the paint and primer. Again, you don't have to use primer twice. I'm only doing it because this is what I have, the Rust-Oleum 2-time paint and primer. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. It's a gloss. It's a white gloss. See that? That's the only thing I'm going to use to finish these. And then after I cover these with my white, I'm getting ready to go back and cover these with the Fusions, the silver, hammered silver. You do have to prime the top, so make sure you use primer for the tops. That's the way I did mine. And then I'm going to go back and put my hammered silver over it. And then I'll seal it with the polyacrylic. Okay, so these are my canisters once again finished, being primed. And now I'm getting ready to complete the project as far as the painting go. With just simply covering it with the paint. All right, stay tuned. Okay, look at these beauties. Now, you cannot tell me that is a total blinged out transformation. They turned out very, very pretty. As you know, very briefly, I started out with a black kitchen canister that can hold sugar, flour, whatever you want to put in it. That's how they looked at first. This is the transformed look, and they turned out very pretty. Very, very pretty. Look at there. To briefly tell you how I did it, I told you some of the things I used at first as far as the paint, but let me give you a very brief tutorial on what I use. As you can see, this trimming at the bottom It is the mesh trim, and I got this from Hobby Lobby when it was on sale, 50% off. And then I could get a little closer. This pretty decor right here also came from Hobby Lobby, along with this rope. And what I did, these buttons I ordered, well, knob holders. They actually go on dressers, but I just glued them on with the Gorilla Glue on top. And then I took the trimming and just used my imagination to bling them out into this beautiful, beautiful look. Oh, they are gorgeous. The way they look now, in person, they're even prettier. I didn't get this look offline or from anybody else's video. I totally used the imagination that God gave me to do this, and I think they turned out real pretty. Put a lot of work into it, a lot of extra detail, but I am happy with the outcome of how they looked. Look, they will go in my kitchen, and once like I said, I'm going to do a tutorial over my kitchen area and also other parts of decor that I have done. But for now, I just wanted to show you the finished look of how they turned out. And like I said, they are beautiful. Beautiful. You can't get no prettier than that. And they are actually sitting on the table that I did. I took the chairs out so I could get a real good film. If you see in the background, there's my little floor shelf I did over there, but that's not what this video is about. Look at these canisters. Look at these sugar holders. Very pretty, if I may say so myself. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. You guys, the most important thing that I want to tell you when it comes to my videos, I've told you in a previous video my goal and what I'm trying to do. My goal is actually to get enough subscribers so I could just do the tutorials and just give you different ideas of how you can decorate and how you can build things, refurbish things, recover things. It doesn't matter. Decorative ideas. And most of it comes from my imagination. I thank God for that. He created me in his image and in his likeness. And I am very creative. I don't brag on myself, but I give God praise. So my main goal is to get my subscribers up to the point where I don't have to do anything but the tutorials. And that is my goal. So the main thing I would ask you to do is please give me a thumbs up, like all of my videos, and please subscribe. That's the main thing, subscribe. The subscribing will let you know when I have an upcoming video, and also hit that notification bell. That will notify you that I have an upcoming video or that I have posted another video of my creative ideas. So here you go, you guys. It is all done. It is all finished. That's the big one. The next. These are beauties. So give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button. Tell everyone you know about my channel. And subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. God bless until the next tutorial. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Blevins Creative Designs Glass House. Thank you.